Right, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about why, in my opinion, I believe people are so apt to abuse drugs in the United States. And in a moment, I'm going to tell you the reason why, and then I'm going to explain to you background information based on what I think it is. Of course, this is all in my opinion. I'm not an expert on this stuff, but I really think that people are really missing what's really happening. Right away, people want to blame doctors, drug companies, and all these other things, and it's really the abuser that's the one that's using the drugs improperly, and that's what's causing the issue. So I believe that part of the recovery process is actually feeling the pain. And what people are trying to do is they're trying to take drugs to get rid of all the pain. And that is not, in my opinion, what they were designed to do. They were designed to take enough of the edge off the pain for you to deal with the problem that you're having. So if it's an emotional problem, then sometimes you can, if you really just can't deal with it on your own, sometimes you need a little something to take the edge off. And I believe that's what the drugs are for, not to try and get rid of all the pain. And what people do is they try and use them to get rid of all the pain, and they just bury the pain and they don't ever deal with it and never get through the pain. I believe that feeling pain is part of the recovery process. If your body does not feel pain, it does not release serotonin into your body. So instead, they are taking a drug and trying to just bury the pain that they're trying to feel. Either it's emotional or physical pain. Either one, I believe, has the same problem. And eventually you go through the process of feeling the pain. I suppose that the first one is what, denial, then what, anger. I can't remember them all in order, but then it's bargaining and acceptance. I know it's towards the end there. But you go through the 5 steps of going through the process of healing. And when you don't feel the pain, and you bury it, you stay in the denial zone. And I think that the Democratic Party itself is in denial of everything. They just love to live there. They feel like it's a great place to stay. Denial is not where you want to be. You want to get to acceptance and realize, okay, this is the problem. Let's deal with this, okay? And let me give you some examples on this. This is actually how I have lived my life since I was a kid. My parents always were very much into going through the whole process, and it became pretty easy for me. So it's hard for me to understand people who don't go through this process. I guess because I've just never gotten stuck in denial. I've always been told you need to just, tell the truth about it and then get through it and then get to the point where you know the problem's there, you've accepted it, and move on. So let me give you some background on why I really think that this is where the problem lies on this subject. There was a woman, or she was a young girl when she was kidnapped, who was forced to have sex with an older man who raped her every day. And she had 2, I think, children with him. And now she's back in society and she's living a normal life. And I believe that what happened is she had no choice but to get to acceptance. She had to experience the pain, obviously, of being raped every day, caring for children, never even getting any kind of pain medication, like even Tylenol, for God's sakes. I really believe in taking something, to kind of take the edge off. The cold turkey thing's a little hard, but it might be better for us even. It certainly seemed to work for her. She had 2 kids with this guy, was abused daily. Finally, she got to the point where, and she had all kinds of, things where she didn't even feel like she could leave. But finally, when she did leave, she had already gone through the process of healing because she did not allow herself to take any kind of drugs or take any kind of stuff. She went through the process, got to acceptance, realized that she could accept what happened to her. And somehow, I think everyone, when you go through some sort of pain process, whether it's emotional or physical pain, you really need to feel that pain for your body to do its job and heal you. You know, I broke my wrist really bad. I was in the middle of the sand dunes. I had to ride back to camp with a broken wrist. And I'm going to tell you, that was extremely painful. It was a 10 level pain many times on my way back to camp. And I went back to camp and sat back, waited, went to the doctor. And the first thing that happened is the nurse hands me a Norco. And she says, "Oh, you need something for you have pain?" I said, "Yeah." And she says, "Well, here, take one of these." I go, I don't need that. I said, I'm already taking ibuprofen. It's taken enough of the edge off. I can deal with the rest. Look, this is the way that I believe people need to be taking pain medication. If it was so extreme at that point, and I needed it, had a 10 level, I needed to take it down to a 7 or 8 so I could get through it, maybe then I would just take it once or twice and that's it. Instead, people have learned the lazy, easy way to just go through taking a drug and not feeling anything and trying to get rid of the pain altogether. And it's like they're afraid of it. It's like you cannot be afraid of pain if you want to get through it. Now, of course, this is all my opinion. Again, I'm sure there's probably somebody that could back this up, and check the comments below. You can always make a comment too if you don't agree, and maybe that will help someone. But maybe if you do agree, make a comment as well, and other people, of course, can like that comment. Now, I can think of many circumstances where people have gone through the pain, and because they went through that and they realize they can survive it, it's like the same thing when people are homeless or they're on drugs. They need to get to rock bottom. Well, rock bottom is a painful place. And when you get to rock bottom and it's painful, then you can experience going through recovery. And most people can't go through recovery unless they go through the pain. This is another reason why I believe very much in that this is the problem. You go through the pain of losing everything. You go through the pain of realizing that you lost your kids. You go through the pain of all these things and experience it. And the problem is they keep doing drugs, they keep doing alcohol, and they never get a chance to experience that pain. So what happens is they avoid it. And when they avoid it, their body doesn't have a way to recover from it. This is really the way I believe it works. And I believe that's the problem. And that's, I think, why it's most in America, because people are just weak and they just go, "Oh, I'm going to go grab the pain meds and I'm going to get rid of this thing," instead of going, "You know what? I need to experience this a little bit. I need to feel this. I need to feel my way through this, and I'm going to take a little bit of something so that I can manage it." That's what it's called, pain management. Okay, that's why they have that name, I believe, is they have pain management. It's not pain go away. What people want is they want the pain to go away. You don't want the pain to go away. Having the pain go away, I believe, is counterproductive to your body. And that's why I believe we have so many drug addicts, so many alcoholics in this country. And I believe that it's caused a lot from the Democrats because they're weak in this area. Now, you think about how the Democrats do. All they do is walk around denial. They walk around, "Oh, no, that's fine. That doesn't happen. Oh, no, this isn't this way. You know, oh, we have a better way." They have all these other things to live in denial from things. And you don't see as many drug addicts. Well, there's some, of course, in the Republican Party, but there's a lot less of them because of the same reason that I believe, is I believe that they're willing to go out and work their way through something. A Republican will not wait for a welfare check. He's going to go out and bust his ass and make sure that he's the one that gets through it. Okay, and that's the whole idea. It's almost like a laziness to go to drugs versus doing work to get through the pain of the problem that you had that made you go to drugs. Like if it was an emotional problem, maybe your mom left you when you're younger, and whatever, they don't deal with that emotional problem. They go to the drugs to bury it. And when they really need to, what they need to do is go through the pain of feeling it, and maybe they need some kind of management for that. But going through that pain and feeling it and getting their way through the problem and getting to the point where they accept the problem, and then the problem isn't a problem anymore. Well, it's still there, but you've managed your way through it, and it helps your body find a way to cope with stuff. So anyway, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think on it. I'll talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.